I was born cold, so much colder than you.
It's Dan. A lot of people know me as Demon Dance, and I am an artist and illustrator and tattooist from the north of England. Creeper contacted me last year to create some new visuals to go with their new album, Sex, Death and the Infinite Void. The band had been away for a while and they wanted to come back with a new identity, a new aesthetic, and they'd seen my work and liked my work, so they got in touch and we started to make something. The idea was to have a lightning bolt with a weeping angel inside the lightning bolt, to keep it quite simple, to make it quite bold, but to have something that stood out very well. Initially, the band singer Will had like a very specific idea of what they wanted, and they sent me some sketches that he'd done, some sort of like visual references, and I used those to make the initial sketch. We had like some back and forth between myself and the band's management. We were everyone was using each other as a soundboard, and then I came up with the initial sketch, sent it back to them, and they really liked it, so we carried on. And I was just making changes, making sure everyone was happy. Had like a few different ideas of how it should look, and then eventually we ended up with the finished piece. My artwork is inspired by things like 80s hardcore band posters and modern art, classic art, but music and fashion as well inspire my work quite a lot. I didn't start taking artwork seriously until about 5 years ago when I started my tattoo. I found my own kind of style and niche quite quickly, and eventually kind of started doing commissioned work and things again for bands, but I was very selective with who I would want to work with. The main reason being that when you draw something for a band, you want them to hold the same values as you, and you want them to have something that reflects your artwork. And with Creeper's music, I feel like my artwork and their music just works together very well. So this is the initial sketch that Will from Creeper sent, which was his idea for the weeping angel inside the lightning bolt. So based on that, the first thing I did was sketch out how I would sort of make it work. So as you can see here, I kind of just did like a very basic biro sketch of the elements within the design. And then we had some back and forth between myself and the band's manager and the band themselves to see what everyone was thinking. And the first draft that I drew up was this one right here. So you can already kind of see how the design was going to look just from that initial screenshot of the design that I sent them. So after that, it was just a case of changing minor things, making sure everyone was happy. We toyed around with the idea of having a skull in there underneath her cloak, and then we tried to have it behind her, so it was kind of peering over her shoulder. And then we figured we wouldn't have a skull in there at all, so we just kind of filled out the robe. We were originally going to have a purple outline for the bolt, with the angel inside, but something still wasn't quite right with the wings, so it took us quite a few goes to kind of get the wings looking right. Tried another few different ideas with a kind of colour and where to have the purple to kind of make it pop a little, and then eventually ended up with the final thing, which is here with the purple tears. We went with like a nice sort of dome-shaped wing. Still kept in all the original elements and the shape of the design, but with this one everyone was happy, and we all decided that was the final piece. And from there, I began kind of like adding around the design. I was just like sort of sketching things around it, but still keeping that lightning bolt in there. just like the shape as a central piece, but kind of elaborating around it. It was just kind of figuring out which elements to add in around her, keep her the focal point in the middle of the design, but still keep the theme of the band's album title and the themes of the songs as well, kind of going on in the design. And then just sort of added to it and kept on adding to it, and then eventually we ended up with the final finished art card, which was this design here. I was very flattered when Creeper asked me to draw their new logo. They're a band who I've known about for a long time. I've always been very aware that they have a strong visual identity as well. So to be trusted with something like their visual identity for the new album, for the new era, it was really flattering. It was great seeing their fans' reception to the new image as well. I remember when they played the return show in London and they had a huge placard of it. People were taking photos next to it and things, and it was crazy to see everyone had such a positive reaction to the design that I'd done. And I feel like Creeper's fans are like a community, and they've taken me in. And it's great to be a part of it and to see something just go down so well and have people react so well to it.